First Alert News at 10.
Renovations to the checkpoint, I believe, happened around 2018. We extended the queuing area for the checkpoint by 40%, and we still don't have enough.
2023, the busiest fiscal year in history, and this year alone, Midland International Air and Spaceport has seen 660,000 people depart from Midland alone. In just a few minutes, we'll tell you what they plan on doing to keep up with the increase in travelers. Good evening, and thanks for joining us tonight at 10 o'clock. We start tonight with an update on a story we first brought you yesterday. Ector County ISD had a complaint filed against them to the Texas Education Agency by the organization known as Disability Rights Texas. It alleges that nearly 500 ECISD students may not be receiving the appropriate education. Multiple parents reached out to say that their children with intellectual disabilities may not be getting treated correctly. However, ECISD Superintendent Dr. Scott Murray responded, saying that they are doing good work, but that it's simply not enough.
One mother who was involved with the complaint spoke about her son who was diagnosed with ADHD and their experience with district accommodations, saying now he's afraid of going to school.
I feel like he's very traumatized. He's kind of given up on the school system just because of everything that he already has been through, the bullying, the constant, when he has meltdowns, the kids are looking at him a certain way. And
Stanfield's son Giovanni has been waiting for an evaluation since 2021 and has still not received it. She says it's held him back drastically. While other students wait for an evaluation, Savannah Onocampo was able to get her 3-year-old son evaluated. However, she says it wasn't what she expected.
So when my son talks, he does not have all the correct words in place. So sometimes he misses words. So instead of saying, "Where are you?" my son says, "Where you?" During his testing, the lady that tested him wrote down, "Where are you?" which what they're supposed to do is write exactly what the child says so they know like how they actually talk and they can see what they know and what they don't know.
She says that because of the bad experience her family had with ECISD, they don't plan to enroll them for the next semester. She says that her oldest son loved going to school back in Fort Hood. However, with the experiences he's had in ECISD, he's scared to go back. The legal fellow on the education team for disability rights, Tabitha Dwyer, says she's heard these stories from multiple parents and that there has become a common saying between them.
These students are failing. They're struggling to perform academically. They're struggling behaviorally because they're not getting the academic and behavioral supports and services that they need.
ECISD Superintendent Dr. Scott Murray says the school district does have a shortage of diagnosticians and speech pathologists, which leads to longer wait times for students, and that the things the school district is doing right now are solutions, but they just need time.
So again, I applaud the proactive nature of this organization because we're developing our own pipeline of those individuals. We use virtual diagnosticians. So we're doing good work to make sure, but it just isn't enough. And we have to work as a district and as a state to do more.
It's important to note that this complaint isn't a lawsuit, and as for what's next, the Texas Education Agency has not submitted a formal complaint against ECISD, but if they do believe that there is a concern to look into ECISD, they could send someone from the agency to inspect that school district. We will, of course, keep you updated on this story as we learn more. Midland Crime Stoppers and Midland ISD Police Department needs your help in identifying a person who was captured on pictures pointing a gun and showing off a gun. On Wednesday, a threat was made against Midland High School. Tomorrow, with these pictures attached. Do you recognize this person, or do you know a friend who has the same type of bedspread you see in the other picture? Crime Stoppers says any information would be helpful. Your tip may make all the difference in keeping your campus and your friends safe. You're urged to call Crime Stoppers at 694-TIPS and you will remain anonymous. If your tip leads to an arrest or the case is solved, you could be eligible for a cash reward of up to $1,000. We're going to talk your weather forecast right now. If you were outside this evening, you noticed that the sun actually came out and also began to set as the sun went down. What is it going to look like for the rest of the week into the rest of the weekend into next week? Let's get an update from Chief Meteorologist Tom Tieferteller.
Well, we are going to start off with more fog first thing in the morning. Let's go ahead and take a look at what's happening on the West Texas view of the satellite and radar. Again, not seeing the low cloudiness quite like we were, but some of that will build in towards the early morning hours. As we look outside, excuse me, we are going to be looking at temperatures. Well, they are into the mid to lower 40s out there. 48 degrees in Marfa, one of the cool spots. I mean, you can see 49 in Jow, 45 in the Hobbs area at the present time. And visibilities are down. You can see the fog starting to build in now from Hobbs over towards Seminole, Lamesa, down towards Andrews as it's starting to get thick. So travel north, watch out, slow down, use those low beams, and allow yourself plenty of time to get to your destination as we're going to have this dense fog advisory remain in effect. We'll start up about 1 o'clock in the morning, continue until the early morning hours in these gray shaded areas. This does include Midland and Odessa. Then after that, we're going to see temperatures top out tomorrow around 73 degrees. Usually we're about 67 this time of the year, but we're going to dip below that coming up here for the start of the weekend, and a stronger front's on the way for Thanksgiving week. A little more about that here in a couple of minutes.
Temperatures are beginning to drop, and many West Texans may struggle to stay warm. Chief Meteorologist Tom Teeverteller hosting a coat drive, and we need your help in donations of gently used or new jackets or sweaters for the drive. You can donate those coats or jackets to the locations you see listed right there on your screen. Odessa Mayor Javier Hoven has announced he is creating a faith-based advisory council. The mayor said in a statement that the goal of the council is to promote community involvement, unity, and belonging. The council will consist of leaders from different faith communities. The mayor says by engaging with faith-based organizations, the city can better address the needs of its residents. We are talking election news now. Midland County District Attorney Laura Nodoff announced that she is not running for re-election in 2024. Nodoff was elected to office in 2017 and released a statement today. She said she is grateful for all the people she has worked with and that over the years, the DA's office has accomplished many things that she says she is proud of. To read her full statement, you can head over to our website, cbs7.com. Midland County Sheriff of 3 years, David Kreiner, formally announced this morning he will run for re-election in 2024. Sheriff Kreiner's office said in a statement he has vowed to draw on his more than 4 decades of law enforcement experience to protect public safety. He joins 2 others who have already announced for the sheriff's race, former Chief Deputy Rory McKinney and Justin Painter, who is the son of the late Gary Painter. And speaking of re-election, State Representative Brooks Landgraf announced his re-election papers have been filed to the Texas House of Representatives. In fact, Landgraf has been the District 81 state representative since 2015. Landgraf has served as chairman of the House Environmental Regulation Committee and serves on the House Transportation Committee. Meals on Wheels of Odessa putting out a call for volunteers to help them this weekend to install smoke alarms. It's Saturday, November 18th. There will be install training in the morning and volunteers will get lunch provided. Smoke alarms are going into the homes of Meals on Wheels Odessa clients.
We have just changed our clocks, and that is a great reminder to check the batteries in your own smoke alarm. These devices can get you up and out of a very dangerous situation before it becomes deadly.
If you're interested, we have more information about volunteering. That's up on our website. Just go to cbs7.com. Diamondback Energy had its 5th Honor and Serve luncheon with West Texas first responders today. Take a look. This year, the Odessa Fire Rescue, Pipe and Drum Corps and the Midland Police Honor Guard kicked off the event. The luncheon serves as a way to show appreciation to our first responders.
We know what they do is hard. Not everyone is cut out for the jobs that they have, and we are so thankful that they are in the positions they're in. And we hope that this just fills them with a little bit of gratitude so they know that when they're out there doing what they do, that we support them, we're here for them, and if they ever need anything, they can come to us.
Both Midland and Ector County Sheriff's Offices, Midland and Odessa Police, Midland and Odessa Dispatch, and DPS agents stopped by for the luncheon. A wide variety of vendors from across the Permian Basin spoke with veterans one-on-one today about their future and employment opportunities during the Red, White, and U Job Fair. The event was hosted by Workforce Solutions and offered resources for veterans who are struggling with mental health. Job fairs like this one help to offer a smooth transition into the civilian workforce whether it's going into the oil field, teaching, or community service.
When you get out of service, the most scariest part is transitioning. You don't know what you can do with your family, whether it's insurance, healthcare, or anything like that. So when you get here, you learn all that's from the employers. But not only the employers here, but you have resources here as well too. So if the veteran needs assistance, like education, we got resources that can help them get that job.
This event is held every year in November to help veterans seeking employment. Back in June, we first brought you that Midland International Air and Spaceport could soon see some upgrades to its everyday services. 5 months later, the airport is now going to see some of those changes after the Midland City Council approved funding for them. The last time the airport made changes was 5 years ago, but with the increase in passengers and this year being one of the busiest fiscal years in history, it's time for an upgrade. Some of those upgrades could include renovating the lobby, updating furniture throughout the airport, and road repairs around the airport. But it is due to the increase in travelers. TSA asked MAF to make updates to security checkpoints.
Oh, these renovations will be huge. Just having the extra checkpoint will move people through much quicker all year. Right now, we're asking people if they have a flight early in the morning to be here 90 minutes early. I'm hoping that when we have 3 lanes open, that will no longer be necessary.
The expansions to the airport would help make traveling easier, especially during the holidays. This project expected to cost around $30 million, but is subject to change, and the funds will not come from taxpayers. Speaking of travel, many of you are probably getting ready to drive to your vacation destination. According to Gas Buddy, prices per gallon hitting its lowest since February, with prices dropping for 8 weeks straight. According to AAA today, the national average price per gallon is $3.34, while the average in Texas is $2.78 per gallon. One nonprofit wants to make Christmas special for more than 1,000 Midland kids, but they need your help. 311 Ministries provides clothes, hygiene items, and toys to families who aren't able to purchase Christmas gifts on their own. The group is looking for sponsors to make it happen. Their warehouse packs red and green sacks for each family. In these sacks, they include a pair of shoes, 2 pairs of pants, 2 shirts, a jacket, a blanket, stockings filled with toiletries, plus toys. Though the program has run for about 10 years now, the staff of 3, in fact, relies on helpful community members to help bring joy to each child.
Every child in this community deserves to have a good Christmas, and we want every parent to be able to let their child believe in the magic of Christmas. And whatever we can do to facilitate that, that's what we're going to do.
3 weeks out from distribution day, only about 30% of all kids in the program are sponsored. The ministry partners with MISD to find families that need their help, so all donations remain local. To donate, you can visit 311 Ministries website or social media. In downtown Odessa, the city of Odessa preparing for holiday celebrations, and this year they'll have something new in addition to Starbright Village. It's called Starbright Casitas. The houses are a part of the holiday vendor market. In fact, there will be 12 of these casitas and 14 tents full of vendors that change every week, as well as plenty of holiday activities.
Right behind us, we're going to have Santa Claus in a sleigh, and then we're going to have Oregon trees are coming in this year to sell live trees. And so, you know, just the walk up, the lighting, the music that's going to be going on, just watching the vendors sell, just a lot of laughter, happiness, and just getting ready to enjoy the holidays.
It will be open for the first time this year, the weekend after Thanksgiving, November 24th and 25th. It's located on 5th and Grant, or on 5th Street, I should say, between Texas and Grant. We'll be broadcasting the City of Midland tree lighting live on Tuesday, November 28th. We invite you to join us at 6 o'clock for the celebration. And still ahead tonight here on CBS 7 News at 10, Meals on Wheels looking for volunteers for an event this weekend. We've got the details on how you can help them up next.